Ideally, you should try to include both behind the neck and front chins in your various workouts for maximum back development.
The most impressive thing to me is when a bodybuilder is standing on stage in the relaxed pose and they have the V taper from the lats down to a small waist and then their small hips, and then they come out with the balloon thighs. So for me, when I train my back, I always envision what I want to look like on stage, and I really want to have that small waist, and to get that, I've got to have the illusion of a big wide back. So I concentrate a lot on doing wide grip chins.
Cable rows are an intense exercise for the upper middle back. As you lower the weight, you should concentrate on feeling the shoulders being pulled as far forward as possible, rounding the back, stretching the lats, and squeezing the pectoral muscles together. As you pull the handles back, focus on bringing the shoulders as far back as possible, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and sticking out your chest. At the top of the movement, it's as if you're coming to attention. Chest out, shoulders back. One mistake to watch out for doing cable rows is involving too much lower back. As you stretch forward, do so from the upper back, with the shoulders coming forward and lats stretching. Don't bend forward from the waist any more than is necessary. Otherwise, you end up working the spinal erectors of the lower back, which takes away the intensity from the upper back muscles you're trying to target. As with all rowing exercises, think in terms of using the back to pull the shoulders to the rear, and try to limit how much work the arms are doing. Biceps will be involved any time you curl your arms, but think of the arms merely as hooks that help connect the back to the resistance of the weight stack, rather than as muscles primarily involved in the exercise. Remember, strictness and range of motion are the keys to cable rows. Use a weight that's light enough to allow your shoulders to go all the way forward and all the way back. Otherwise, you won't be able to involve the smaller muscles of the upper back, and you'll end up with mass, but not enough detail.
Your seated cable rows, for example, are a repetitious movement of the T-bar. I think if you notice the direction of the weight, how it's being pulled to the chest at each level, one, you're simply seated, the other one, you're bent over, the same movement. You know, it's the exact same movement. You become smarter and clever, I think, by utilizing the row, seated row, to do more of the contracting movements and not trying to move the whole rack by seated. Do the T-bar, let that be the mass builder and work that same area, but you have much more control and that inertia and gravity is on your side.
You'll find a variety of different types of rowing machines in most good gyms. Most of these machines give you support against which to lean your chest, which helps you to stabilize your torso and work the back that much more strictly. Rowing with machines is generally not recommended for building mass and strength, but machines do allow you to work through a long range of motion and to bring out all the detail and muscularity of the upper back. The keys to machine rowing are strict technique, full range of motion, lighter weights, and relatively high reps. And as with all rows, concentrate on pulling back with the shoulders, not the arms. Pull downs are a variation of chins, which allow you to work with different levels of resistance, less than your body weight, or when necessary, more than your body weight. The strictest kind of pull down movement is the behind the neck pull down. In this exercise, the feeling you want to concentrate on is that of the entire shoulder girdle being lifted upward, then shrugging back down as the bar is brought down to the back of the neck. This feeling of the shoulder girdle, which includes the shoulders, trapezius muscles, and shoulder blades, the whole thing, lifting upward as far as possible, then crunching down as far as possible, is what you need to concentrate on to get the maximum benefit from the behind the neck pull downs. Again, try to keep the arms out of the exercise as much as you can. Remember, although the biceps will contract during this movement, it is not designed to be a biceps exercise. Again, think of the arms merely as hooks that attach the back muscles to the bar. Stretch the lats on the way up and then squeeze and crunch them on the way down, with the effort focused on the back muscles, not the arms. Wide grip pull downs to the front are another variation of the pull-down movement which bodybuilders use primarily to build maximum width in the latissimus muscles. In this variation, the bar is brought down to the top of the chest rather than behind the neck. However, don't lean too far back as you bring the bar down, otherwise you involve too much lower back effort. Holding the bar with a close grip, the pull-down movement tends to focus the effort on the inner muscles of the upper back. With this variation, it's really easy to make the mistake of using too much arm effort and turning the exercise into some kind of biceps curl. Instead, concentrate on making the back do the work. Feel it stretch, then contract, and use the arms simply as hooks to connect your back to the resistance of the weight. And at the bottom of the movement, try to achieve a maximum peak contraction of the muscles in the center of the upper back. Contract them as intensely as possible at the bottom of the movement before releasing and letting the bar draw the shoulder girdle upward again.
When I'm using the wide grip pull down, for example, my whole concentration is for width. I'm training width, therefore the execution is very important. My execution of it is making sure that my back is arched, the weight is going horizontal, up and down, not vertical, because I find too many people training that movement are leaning way back. They may as well be doing seated rowing, trying to get the same result. For me, doing the lat pull down is an isolation movement, contracting the movement at the top, squeezing it down, halfway down, contracting even more, holding it and releasing it slowly, controlling the weight back up, getting more from the negative just as much as a positive on the push-pull of the execution. So when I do the lat pull down, it's all about the width. It's not about the weight, because I don't see you getting weight adding to your width. You have to control the width movement.
Performing hyperextensions on a hyperextension bench. The key to success is slow, deliberate movements done under full control. The spinal erectors of the lower back are stabilizer muscles. They aren't designed for speed or power. So lower your upper body under full control. Pause at the bottom. Then come deliberately up to a position just above parallel and hold this position for a moment before doing your next rep. Good mornings get their name from the bowing motion you use to work the lower back muscles. As with hyperextensions, you want to do this movement very deliberately and strictly and under full control at all times. Bend forward from the waist with a bar held across your shoulders. Come down until your upper body is about parallel to the floor. If you keep your knees bent slightly during the movement, you'll take some of the excess stress off the lower back.